Hi, hello, I'm Hope, and I hope you're all doing well today. So today we'll be looking at r/DND memes, and let's get right into it. Wait, you guys actually don't like it when your players want to use dark vision to see in the dark? I thought it was a joke. So you managed to stealth into the middle of a negotiation between two rival syndicates. Yay! And pickpocket one of the leaders coming away with a suspicious powdery substance. You can't identify the powder, but one of your team members might be able to. What would you like to do? I ingest it. Yeah, that's one way to try it out. I need healing. I really need healing. Spare the Dying doesn't use up a spell slot. It doesn't use up a spell slot, and those are very valuable, so yeah, makes sense. I really don't like playing a spellcaster. Absurd/unbelievable situation. What? Explanation that misunderstands game's rules. Yeah, that happens sometimes. That's why it's always so good to clear up stuff. Also, I'm not quite sure if this is coming from the side of the DM or the players. It could be either way, honestly. But I would say it's more probably from the player's perspective. Bards are too powerful. They can learn mass suggestion. All they have to do is yell, "Everybody clap your hands!" and make up to 12 people to chat a slide for 24 hours. And then somebody, no wait, it's the same person. I wanted to say it's somebody else who replied, but no, it's the same person. At higher levels, when using this cast spell using a 7th level spell slot, the duration is 10 days. When you use an 8th level spell slot, the duration is 30 days. When you use a 9th level spell slot, the duration is a year and a day. A level 12 bard can force you to do the cha-cha slide for a year and a day. That's a lot. That's a lot of cha-cha slide. Sounds like hell, like pure torture. Haha, we wrecked that encounter. We're gods! Standard CR. We could take on Bebe? Oh, something. I don't know what it is. Should I go Google it? I'm gonna go Google it. Oh, bad evil guy. Big bad evil guy. Okay. Wow. Okay. Big bad evil guy. No problem. Players. Monster rolls. Intelligent creatures. Third-party monsters. And I'll just say this. RDM does like one thing. So it's like, if we roll too good, he will just like, add additional rolls to the monster. Like buff the monsters a little bit. And, it's more balanced. It makes sense, honestly. The wizard trying to decide which spell they want to cast. The fighter who has been waiting 10 minutes to hit the monsters with their long sword. I'm basically like a fighter. Although I don't fight with a sword. I do have like a long sword in my current inventory of like current character of my current session. But I don't use it. I'm an archer, so I was always an archer. There's one shot where I wasn't an archer, I think. Yeah, I think that was like that. That's when I used actually like a specifically different character than usually. And the only other time when I used a specifically other character was when I died. I once had an atheist cleric who got their powers from the belief in humanity. People should leave politics out of D&D. The concept is the power is granted by a deity. You want to do that, become a druid. At least the nature of humanity powering you makes sense. No idea what you mean by politics. It's a fantasy game, and when I brought it up, my group and DM were fine with it. Bro! The power is supposed to come from the divine. Pulling that as a shaman or a druid would make sense. As a cleric, you're trying to get benefits without the downside. What downside? It's a game. He had limitations in regards to his power, just like a cleric or a deity. Hell, this isn't even something that crazy. Dark Sun has elemental clerics. Elementals from shenanigans backgrounds, couched in things like I have no idea what this is about. Hey, it's your table, but you brought the comments to the group, which means in the Divine's commentary. I like Seymour. But if you bring something that's a bastardization of the rules into the group, don't be surprised if people point it out. And then let me read the Dungeons Master's Guide 5e, page 30. Forces and philosophers. Not all divine powers need to be derived from deities. In some campaigns, believers hold enough conviction in their ideas about the universe that they gain magical powers from that conviction. In other campaigns, impersonal forces or nature or magic replace the gods by granting powers to mortals attuned to them. Just as druids and rangers can gain their spell's ability from the force of nature rather than a specific nature deity, some clerics devote themselves to ideals rather than a god. Paladins might serve a philosophy of justice and something that is covered up and I can't read, rather than a specific deity. We talked about this so many times, with RDM, and it was like always like, yeah, you can basically choose like to believe in anything. And also at the end of the day, you can always homebrew even if it weren't in this. If you wanna have like a very, very strict D&D session, like that is fine. You can have it, Honestly, I personally don't really care. But like if you content for others, if it's in their D&D session, that's not your D&D session. You're not the DM. If you were the DM, if you really didn't want that, you could be, okay, so my homebrew rule is you can only have clerics that are devoted to a god, nothing else. That could be like a rule. So even if this rule was actually not a rule, so if it was the other way around, even then, who are you to come tell people how they should do their own games? Who do you think you are, honestly? But like, also you're wrong, so, that's also... Saying you have dark vision is more satisfying than using it. Changed my mind. Yeah, I mean, that's honestly kinda, it is kinda true. I just like love saying I have dark vision like at every possible moment. The DM is like, alright, so you're like in a dark cave, and I'm like, I have a dark vision, we all have a dark vision. And then the DM always reminds me, but like, yeah, you can only see kind of like the shapes, the outlines, because it's like, completely dark. I'm like, still, I can still see, and you can see the colors. Does not matter. Who am I? An artist trying to paint a picture, or am I like an archer trying to fight? Like, I do not care about the colors. I just need to see the shapes so I can kill, Simple as that. Hey, you, probably human watching my video. Did you know I made this Vtube avatar myself? And that I do lots of other art too? Well, now you do. I also offer commissions, your character here designs, although only gifts for now, and adoptables. I also offer some physical products on my Gumroad store. If any of these interest you, go to my website and check them out. All my contacts and social media can be found on the contact page linked down below. undefinedvoid.com. What a campaign, huh? We've literally introduced ourselves to each other and managed to kill 3 zombies. Last few sessions, in D&D, we have like this big problem of some spellcaster. No, okay, it's not just a spellcaster. It's actually our own collective inability to decide on what to do. If you throw an enemy at the ground, would they take 1d6 at the fall damage from hitting the ground? Or would they take 1d4 improvised weapon damage from the planet hitting them? Technically, when an object falls to the ground, the planet does move actually a little bit towards that object, technically speaking. Actually, not even sure if that does actually happen, since, there are people and beings and animals and all that all around the globe. So it would probably kind of cancel out at the end of the day. Technically, it's not wrong, That's why basically I want to say it's not wrong. It's not wrong.
Or is it?
But it is kind of funny. It's like, I've been hit by a planet, and then all you have is like 1d4 damage. You land on something soft and are now safe from being hunted. That's a lot of bodies piling up into the surface you're standing on. You notice that the girl your party has been escorting starts shaking violently. Roll initiative. And then it's like, yeah. The Hydra existence could mean an infinite food supply. What? If a town could capture and safely house that Hydra, each day they could cut off 2 heads. They eat one, and the Hydra eats the other. So, as long as they don't cut off all the heads, or do too much damage before it could rest, it could provide limitless food. Jesse, what the fuck are you talking about? No, Jesse has a point. Henchman, you were killed! The boss that was killed earlier than planned. Sadly, yes, but I lived! That sometimes happens. If you make a boss killable, then it could be killed. I'm just saying, it's like a simple premise. If something is killable, then there is a possibility that it will be killed. I think we're all in a dark place. I have dark vision. D&D Addict Anonymous. No, wait, fuck, I just realized. Why did I, at first, oh god, that's, okay, yeah, at first, at first, I thought When I first saw them, I thought this was like, you know, the DM speaking to the group. I just realized it's like, no, it was meant to, like, not literally. It wasn't meant literally. It wasn't meant literally. I mean, okay, so when the DM says, like, they were, like, somewhere, I did say that a little bit before in the video, but yeah, we always all say, like, I have dark vision. Yeah, I have dark vision. Me explaining why my dwarf barbarian should have proficiency with a pickaxe. It's an improvised weapon, the DM. Our DM sometimes lets us, like, have proficiency if we have good enough reasons for it in the backstory, if it makes sense for the character. Obviously, it's not like he would do anything that would, like, make you overpowered, of course. You have to balance everything out. When you want to continue playing your dead PC, but are too low level for a resurrection, you need to be more creative than having a one-to-one clone, so you change a few things. Wait, okay. So, you know my Alred. Do you know her? I have, like, zero idea what's the overlap of my YouTube audience and my Instagram audience. So here you can see Alred, you know, that's one of her latest designs. I pre-designed her every so often because, like, I can. Like, so I just, you know, I designed her. I was, like, so proud. I showed it to everybody, you know, when I was playing the D&D. And then, like, I died, was it on the first or the second session? I forgot. Anyhow, so I had to, you know, come up with a new character. So, I just changed color scheme and here's the new design. I, of course, didn't posted this one on the Instagram. It's the same thing. Roll a d20 and if it's a 20, I'll let you have a free feat. In the app, right here, you get one shot. Rolling 1d20. One. Like, oh my god, no. Can I have advantage? Yeah, can I just, like, use my inspiration real quick? Oh, yeah, it didn't go as planned, right? Although that, you know, it would be nice to just, like, have an additional feat. Your party investigates the massive corpse of a dead god. The body ever bleeds into the ocean from many wounds, tinting its waters red. Large leeches and parasites feasting on the Pacific blood, plague her in arts. I have no idea. The god heart is still beating. Dun dun dun. Yeah, this never happened to me, but I could see how it could be potentially very much terrifying. But I will just say this: my second campaign that I played was about how you shouldn't steal artifacts. I'm just saying, it was like a one shot. It was about how somebody stole a specific artifact and then we had to basically rescue a town from that. Don't remember the name of campaign and all the details, but yeah, it was basically like that. And I'm just saying, now the whole party knows that we shouldn't be stealing random artifacts from random dead soldiers. I'm not saying we never did it after that, but I'm just saying we do know what happened if you do that. So yeah, not exactly the same thing that is like this me, but you know, just sharing my experience. DM. Alright, can I see your backstories, players? Oh no, what are you going to do with them? DM. I will kill your friends and family to remind you of my love. And okay, I just want to say this. Our DM doesn't do that. There's like a simple reason why he doesn't do that. We are basically doing that to ourselves. Right now, I'm not exactly sure. Maybe there's one person who has their parents alive, you know, in the campaign. But like, we are knowingly just making our characters orphans. Thank you for watching this far. With your help, I will leave Earth in no time. And if you don't get the reference, you should probably watch my first ever video. I'm just saying, because like I'm not quite sure how many people get the reference.